Brace yourself. Get it passed up anytime now. Collect yourself. Things will never be the same in this sad world. Around a lot a bit, trying to make the pieces fit to a puzzle with a million missing pieces. When I'm feeling fine is when I discover that I'm afraid to blow my cover, and there's something very wrong with this. So sit back in your hole.
Good morning, everybody. Good to be with you today. Today's reading is serious. This is world literature is serious business. Arthurian literature is serious business, and we will take this seriously. But first, let me have Angelica and Maria Camilla up here, please. You know, so if it's if it's the year 3024, I did that math. If it's the year 3024, and you're a scholar of what mediocre education was like in the year 2024, and you found my YouTube videos, and like this is the most mediocre educator. I don't know that most mediocre is really a meaningful combination of words, but this is the mediocreistest educator of all, and you're wondering, what is all this? It happens to be All Hallows Eve, Halloween of 2024, and once again, I've allowed my spirit morons to talk me into insanity. So thank you, Maria Camilla. Thank you, Angelica. Yeri, you have a very important job to do. When that coffee behind you is done, I need you to bring it to me, okay? It might even be done. You can tell if it's done because it will be full of coffee.
It's done. And it won't be making...
All right, so Caleb, come on up. Caleb is going to be our narrator in a moment. So just, you're waiting in the wings. I'm going to get us up to speed. So we're going to hear a lot of names. Thank you, Yeri. You were phenomenal. We're going to hear the names of a lot of kings today. And some of us may be wondering, wait a minute, I thought we already have a king. Arthur is king. Britain at the time is divided into many, many, many small kingdoms, and Arthur is the high king over them all. That's why even with King Arthur, half of his companions are also kings, because these kingdoms are basically what we would call subdivisions, only their names are meaningful, unlike the names of our subdivisions. But all is not going smoothly. Not everybody is happy about the new high king. And he's new, but he's been king for a few years now. Even within Mallory, even without skipping anything in Mallory, the first few years of Arthur's reign are covered in a sentence. Right? We get him crowned, we have the coronation, and then Arthur reigned for several years and blah, blah, blah. He's still facing rebellion. Not everybody is happy with this new king. And one of the most significant rebels is King Lot. He is the king of Lothian and Orkney. And in some sources, he also holds dominions all the way up in Norway. He is the husband of Morgause. Who's Morgause?
King Arthur's half-sister.
King Arthur's half-sister. So Morgause is the daughter of Igraine and the Duke of Tintagel. Lot and Morgause don't know that Arthur is the son of Uther Pendragon and Igraine. They don't know that. Arthur didn't know it until he was crowned king. Why they still don't know it is not 100% clear, but that's important. It's important for us to know, as will become clear today, that they don't know that. They don't know that. And so he is leading an 11-king rebellion against King Arthur, who he does not realize is his brother-in-law. Two of King Arthur's most important allies in this rebellion early in his reign are King Ban and King Bors. Ban rules over a kingdom called Benwalk, which I will every time Somebody turn the TV on for me, please. Every time there are French words pop up, I will have to point out my French pronunciation is non-existently terrible. Benoit is a small kingdom in France. It's located between Brittany. Brittany is the region of France populated by immigrants from Britain 1,000 years ago, and Gaul. Gaul is the largest part of France, and at the time of our story is still a Roman province. That's the territory that was initially conquered by Julius Caesar, and the Gauls are also a Celtic people. And then his brother, King Bors. King Ban, not so much today, but King Ban is going to have a major role to play in the story. Not so much himself, but by the son that he fathers, who I won't name yet, because he hasn't. Let's say the one on the left is Ban, the one on the right is Bors, and if you're unhappy with that, in your head canon, you can swap them. So, Merlin, Merlin's got Arthur's back. So Merlin magically transports 10,000 knights across the sea to back up Arthur. But the Lot and the 11 rebel kings still have a force of 50,000 going up against Arthur's 10,000. So it ain't going to be smooth sailing. Maybe Arthur will die. Maybe this is just what the story of King Arthur is. Who knows? Caleb, come tell us the story. Starting at the beginning. Mine.
Then King Arthur and King Ban and King Bors, with their good and trusty knights, set upon their opponents so fiercely that their pavilions fell down upon their heads. But the 11 kings, by manly prowess of arms, put up a spirited defense, and, by morning time, 10,000 brave soldiers had been slain. And so they had before them a difficult task, yet they were hardy men. Then did the night draw toward day. You're Merlin?
Yes. Now you shall do as I advise.
And this is Merlin speaking, since you haven't been introduced.
I am Merlin. I want King Ban and King Bors with their fellowship of 10,000 men to be placed in the woods nearby, to wait in ambush and kept hidden, and to wait there till the light of day comes. They must not stir until King Arthur and his knights have long done battle with the adversary. And then, when it is daylight, dress your ranks in battle array before them, so that they may behold all your hosts. For then will they be more emboldened when they see that you are but 10,000, and then they will be glad to permit you and your soldiers to come over the passage.
Something for the folks in the room to notice. There are so many names of knights and kings and warriors in this. So in the PDFs you're looking at, I have tried, and I have surely missed some. But when you see that some people's names are in a different color instead of white, the colorful names are rebels, and the names that are in regular print, unless I missed one, are on Arthur's side.
Okay. There's so many. All the 3 kings and all the barons said that Merlin had advised well, and it was done anon as Merlin had counseled. So, on the morn, when each force espied the other, the army of the north was well comforted. Whereupon to Sir Ulfius and Sir Brastias were delivered 3,000 men of arms, and they set upon their foes so boldly in the passage, and slew so many on the right hand and on the left hand, that it was a wonder to tell. And, when the 11 kings saw that so few a fellowship performed such devastating deeds of arms, they were ashamed, and forcefully attacked them again. At this time, Sir Ulfius's horse was slain under him, but he fought marvellously well on foot. However, the Duke Eustace of Cambenet and King Claverius of Northumberland always bore rancor against Sir Ulfius, and sorely abused him. Thus, when Sir Brastias saw his fellow so ill-used, he smote the Duke with a spear, and horse and man fell to the ground. When King Claverius saw this, he turned toward Sir Brastias, and both smote the other, so hard that horse and man went to the earth. And there they lay stunned for a long while, their horses' knees burst to the bare bone. Then Sir Kay the steward rode into battle with his 6 fellows, and he fought surpassingly well. And then came the 11 kings, and there was Sir Grufflet unhorsed. Then Sir Lucan the butler was unhorsed by King Brandegoris, and King Idris, and King Aguisance. Then the conflict became very hard on both parties. When Sir Kay beheld Sir Grufflet on foot, he rode upon King Nentrus and smote him down. and then Sir Kay led the horse onto Sir Griffin and horsed him again. Also Sir Kay, with the same spear, smote down King Lot and hurt him quite severely. The king with the 100 knights saw that, and rode up to Sir Kay and smote him down, and took his horse and gave it to King Lot, for which favor he said, "Many thanks."
I got a King Lot over here.
You got a King Lot?
Yeah.
Should have told me.
Many thanks.
Now, could we please take this seriously?
Quick clown it.
trying to make the pieces fit to a puzzle with a million missing pieces. When I'm feeling fine is when I discover that I'm afraid to blow my cover, and there's something very wrong with this. So slip back in your hole, or get back in your cave. If I'm going down, I'm taking someone with